Page 3 girl Nicola McLean shares her fears about OnlyFools. As she says, girls get addicted to money and get pushed into extreme behavior because there's always someone ready to take their place. That is exactly right. That's what's called being in a competitive market. Every competitive environment is like this. Like you either up your game or you stagnate or be left behind. What I'm really concerned about, and I think this is going to happen, is as AI starts taking over OnlyFools, like Aaron Clary pointed out, these good-looking women, if they want to continue making money off of their bodies, they're not going to be able to do it online anymore. Like, they will be able to still make a decent living off of their bodies, but they'll have to do it in person again, aka Hooters, strip clubs, Dubai porta potties. So we're going to be seeing a lot of these women that got used to just doing online OnlyFools content having to go back to meet space, because that is like the one thing that, at least until sex dolls get way better, that AI can't take from them. It's going to be very interesting in the next few months. Nicola McLean has shared her fears about the girls using OnlyFools as she revealed young girls are getting addicted to money and getting pushed to extreme behavior. To be fair, that's only a small fraction of them, by the way. The vast majority of OnlyFools 304s, they don't make that much money. Wasn't it something like $100 a month? So they completely wreck their reputations for life for $100 a month. The Page 3 girl 43 says the subscription service encourages whammies to push their limits because they feel there's always someone ready to take their place. Yeah, it's called competition. That's how you get a healthy market, if there's a lot of competition, because what would happen if there wasn't always someone there ready to take their place? They'd get complacent. Reflecting on the recent antics of actress Bonnie Blue, and we don't need to talk about her. Nicola exclusively told the Mail Online that she was worried that teenage girls also think if I don't do this, they will queue up for someone else. And they're actually right about that, to a degree anyway, because the type of audience that wants to watch 100 or 1,000 cream pie gangbangs is a pretty small minority of the prawn viewing public, to be honest. So it's not like you can't find your niche that won't require that, but that might require effort, which they're probably not willing to put in. Bonnie Blue's real name is Tia Emma. Why do you need to do that? Like, why does the legacy media always do this? Like, why is her real name important to this story in any way? Man, you cannot hate the legacy media enough. Is a adult content creator who is known for having sex with barely legal boys and telling married men that if their wives don't have enough sex with them, she will instead. Now, that I can respect. Basically, hey, if your wife isn't fulfilling your needs, I'll do it for you. Well, I can respect that. Nicola explained that the subscription service and the behaviors promoted by the likes of Bonnie Blue encourage whammies to go far beyond their limits in order to keep up with other creators and sustain their income. She's not wrong. The glamour model told Mail Online, I just worry that girls, and I know because I know girls that have gone further than they ever would because they got addicted to the money. So that's the excuse they're going to be using, by the way. I mean, they already kind of do, right? Well, I was young and needed the money. Now, what I fear is that with OnlyFools is not just OnlyFools. I fear the money is too alluring to girls and men. Money does that, yeah. It's all creators. So for the first month, they earn £1,000. Let's say some people, it's much, much more. Most people, it's much, much less. I mean, yeah, sure. Like if I was making $100 a month and then suddenly I made 4,000, yeah, I'd be looking into that. Like, what can I do to keep making 4,000? And it would escalate from there. So she's not wrong at all about this. And then people go, oh, I could get someone doing more for less, so I'll move. And then you don't earn any money, and then you have to go further and further and push your own boundaries constantly. Now, This is literally what happens to prawn stars as they get older. If they're not able to transition gracefully into the MILF or GILF categories, the only other two options for them are to either retire or keep doing more and more extreme things to get the same amount of money. If any of you have followed one of these adult entertainers throughout the course of their career, like notice like it starts with gravure, basically, like just sexy photo shoots, and then it's nude photo shoots, then it's non-penetrative sex, then it's penetrative sex but with a condom and or no cream pies, then it's cream pie sex, then it's you work your way up to being gangbanged by 200 dudes and all of them come inside. Yeah, he told me, Tanaka, that's actually a good point. That is pretty much her career. Like she started out just doing modeling, and then towards the end she was getting cream pied by 200 dudes at once. That's exactly right. She's a good example. So everything this woman says is true, except it doesn't only apply to prawn stars anymore. It applies to any generic 304 that has an OnlyFools. Yeah, I love the old Sasha Grey challenge accepted meme. Yup. I've seen this hentai arc before. Haven't we all? Nicola says she thinks it's scary because young generation going to see content creators like Bonnie Blue and push their limits far beyond what they're comfortable with. She's not wrong, but it's not so much they'll push their limits beyond what they're comfortable with. I think what they're going to do is like this is going to shift the Overton window on what is acceptable and what people will be comfortable with. Because these younger girls that are growing up in the era of Bonnie Blue, they're going to consider that normal. That's an even scarier thought. She told Mail Online, I worry about what the younger generations are going to see. They're going to see Bonnie Blue on TikTok saying, basically, if you don't service your man, I will. Now, to be fair, as someone who grew up under the feminazis, I think that's a lesson women need to hear. Like, women need to know that there's competition out there that's literally telling them to their face, if you don't do your duty and service your man, I will take him from you. I approve that message. So then people are going to do it when they don't want to do it. That's what I worry about. I think it's going to be different. I think what's normal is going to shift. Like they're going to view this as, just business. That's what I think is so scary and worrying. When Page 3 girls would never have said that. Well, Page 3 girls were a girl next door that was like, don't worry, we don't want your man. We don't want your man. Our picture is just us on the page. We were the girl next door. Well, to be fair, if the man was a high value man and he was living under the thumb of a feminazi, I would appreciate it if you rescued him. That's what we were meant to be. The girls could live next door to you. Bonnie Blue is basically saying, if your mom isn't having sex with your dad, I will. And who's most affected by this? And if your girlfriend's not having sex with you, I will. It doesn't matter if you're barely legal. Just queue up and I'll sort you out. Yeah. So I think the real reason that women don't like this is because sex is pretty much the only power they have over men. And if there's women out there that are just outright saying, "Oh yeah, if your girlfriend won't have sex with you, I will," yeah, that completely disarms them. And so then I worry what wives think. Oh my God, we have to do shit we don't want to. But I worry what teenage girls think. Oh my God, if I don't do it, I'll queue up for Bonnie Blue. Oh no. Oh, all these poor wives that actually have to live up to their end of the bargain in a marriage. Because fuck all the shit that men do that they don't want to do. Like, fuck them. Like, they're obligated to do it. They need to man up and stop bitching about it. But as soon as you expect women to do the things they're obligated to do, But what if I don't want to? Well, fine. Bonnie Blue's going to do it for you then. Seems like a self-correcting problem now. Nicola, who shares Rocky 18 and Striker 13 with husband Tom Willis. That's actually a surprise. I mean, a former, I guess, prawn star that's been married for at least 18 years. Wow, impressive. Went on to say that if she would relive her life now, she would never be tempted to join the likes of OnlyFools or be tempted to go further than pose topless. She began her career by posing topless for lads mags on Page 3 back in the early 2000s and had her first boob job at 22 years old. Wow, that's pretty late for nowadays. Nicola started modeling at 15, appeared on the front page of the Daily Star in her underwear at age 16, and featured in her first topless shoot aged 18. So thankfully for her, I guess maybe meeting her husband and getting married got her off of that path we were just talking about that your average prawn star takes. So looks like her job, her career ended at topless shoots. Didn't quite go for non-penetrative sex, and then penetrative sex with protection, and with the escalation. So I guess good on her. Her life actually was able to move in the right direction. So good. And she actually made some good points here. I mean, none of her observations in this article are actually wrong. Your opinions about them might differ from hers, but her observations are not wrong. So credit to her where it's due. She's noticing. Now, what are we going to do about it? I don't know. That's up to us.